Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and thanks for tuning in to another of my Warhammer 2 tournament videos. In the last video, we saw the battles between TUNDRASFOX and Tattoos and Welding, where Tattoos came out on top and secured himself a spot in round 2. And in today's video, we will be taking a look at the Red Celt versus TUNDRASFOX. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright guys, welcome to the battlefield, and we're just here in the tactical overview quickly before the battle does begin, taking a look at how the two armies are formed up or deployed. We've got TUNDRASFOX in the south here playing as Norska, and you can see he's got some pretty solid melee infantry in his front line with a couple of beasts and his general in tow, but a very aggressive and forward formation here. He's probably going to really push for that hilltop in the center. Now the Red Celt, he's deployed a little bit differently. He's actually further back, I believe, from the hilltop. He does have his mainline infantry there with his general, a couple of beasts on the flank, but he's also got some dragon ogres far on the flank and some chaos knights, and in the trees we have some marauder horsemen and some chaos warhounds hidden as well. So TUNDRASFOX may get to that hill first, but the Red Celt may be able to envelop him with these flanking units and destroy the Norskins up on that hilltop. We'll have to see what happens. But just a little disclaimer before we continue with this replay. There was a crash towards the end of this battle replay. Or this battle, I should say. It's a replay now, but the two players did come to a definitive winner. So even though there was a crash, there was an agreement on who was the winner and who lost. So let's go ahead and finally get to this battle. And here we are once again on the Alpine Ridge, and I was actually wrong. The Red Celt is looking pretty aggressive here, trying to push for that hilltop before the Norskins get there. And I think that Red Celt actually will be the first ones to that hilltop, with his Chaos Trolls slowly making their way to the crest of the hill. But the Marauder Horsemen have come out from the trees as well, so they will probably start to pepper down the Marauder Champions, or maybe even harass the Feral Mammoth. Trying to get rid of that early on will be a very big boon for Red Celt. But here we go. Looks like the Feral Mammoth is going to be moving in against those Chaos, the Chaos Spawn. We've also got some of these warriors pushing in to support the Feral Mammoth in melee. The Marauder Horsemen have managed to pull off this Marauder Champion unit, and we've got the Dragon Ogres being activated as well. Now, I don't know how well the Chaos Infantry is going to fare. These are just Chaos Warriors, but it looks like just as the Chaos Trolls break to Wulfric, who is on his Feral Mammoth, we had a pretty good charge from those Chaos Warhounds. However, they're fighting Marauder Champions. They have no chance to win that engagement there, especially with these warriors here to support them. And it looks like Wulfric has conquered this hilltop. Now, the Marauder Horsemen over here, they could actually try and start skirming some of the Marauder Champions in the back, or getting some pretty decisive charges there, but I think the Feral Mammoth is going to be something really tough to deal with. He doesn't really have a lot of anti-large in his army. The Chaos Warriors are a good frontline unit, but he didn't bring any of the Chaos Warriors with halberds. And the Chaos Spawn just being annihilated here pretty early on, but here we go. We've got the Dragon Ogres charging in. So they should be able to do a good amount of damage to those warriors, the female warriors, with great weapons. And the Feral Mammoth is actually out of control. But looks like Wulfric has just powered on through. The Chaos Warriors are breaking from the battlefield. The Marauder Horsemen, again, going to be skirmishing those Marauders in the back, but I think they would be better better suited to focus on those Marauder Champions over here. They're the bigger threat at this point. However, if we take a look at the man count, it was 575 fielded by TUNDRASFOX, 710 fielded by the Red Celt, but the man count is now almost even at this point. Very, very quick battle as well. Looks like the Red Celt is holding his ground over here against these Marauder Champions. We've got the Chaos Feral Manticore in, and we've also got the Chaos Lord... it's a Sorcerer of Fire over on that flank as well. But here comes Wulfric to even the tide over there. In a 1v1, obviously, Wulfric the Wanderer on his Feral Mammoth is going to just decimate that Chaos Sorcerer of Fire. Marauder Horseman still with a lot of ammunition. The Feral Mammoth is down to about half health. Chaos Warriors are trying to keep it in check. We've got the Dragon Ogres here as well. I'm not sure what they're fighting. I think they're fighting some of the Marauder Champions that are over here chasing after the Chaos Warriors after they have broken. We do have some of the Femur, I think that's how you pronounce it, Femur Warriors. They have come back from routing, and for the Red Celt, we do have some routing troops that have come back as well. Yeah, the Marauder Horsemen, again, yeah, doing really well to skirmish down those Marauders. And another choice charge downhill, too, will see them off the battlefield for good. But I just think that TundraFox still has the edge here. The Feral Manticore has broken. We do have the Chaos Trolls finally coming back. Their terrible morale, again, breaking from the battlefield and then returning right afterwards. However, they are fighting Wulfric the Wanderer, who is pretty terrifying when he is on that War Mammoth. And it looks like the Red Celt, yes, he has disengaged his general from fighting Wulfric. I think that is a pretty good choice. And there we go. That is the crash. So it was an agreement that TundraFox, playing as Norska, won that match. The only reason being is because his lord really couldn't fight Wulfric the Wanderer in melee. You can see that the Chaos Knights have broken. Almost all of his infantry had broken. The Feral Mammoth over here was very much alive, as well as the Marauder Champions. Pretty much all the Red Celt had left was his 2 Marauder Horsemen and that Chaos Sorcerer of Fire. So it was a victory for TundraFox. So TundraFox is up by 1. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next battle. Alright guys, welcome to the second battle between the Red Celt and TundraFox. And TundraFox, interestingly, for his second choice, he had Chaos. So the Red Celt unsuccessful with Chaos, but now TundraFox has decided to bring the Warriors of Chaos himself. So he has deployed again very aggressively and all in the center here with a very small looking force, but ready to push that hill. And we also have a couple units of Chaos Warhounds deployed way over here on the far right side. But what's very interesting, if you guys can see this, is that we actually have some Marauder Horsemen here who were deployed in the trees. But it looks like the Red Celt, playing as the Empire here, has some Outriders with grenade launchers that have basically deployed right on top of them. So as soon as the battle began, they obviously discovered each other, but we will start the battle taking a look at that engagement. That is just very funny. I've never seen something like this before, where the two players decide to deploy a couple of units right on top of one another. So they must have Vanguard deployment, that's why they're there, but they're actually on top of each other, which is quite funny. But the rest of the Red Celt's army is quite numerous, as you can see. We've got a good line of handgunners here. He's got some swordsmen behind. We've got a little Hellstorm rocket battery defended by some spearmen. We've got a Hellblaster volley gun over here, which is defended by some Empire Knights. So a very defensive stance. I don't think the Red Celt is going to push for the hill this time, but you never know. I was wrong the last time, so let's just go ahead and get to the battle and see what happens. Alright guys, as you can see, very unfortunate there for the Red Celt with the Marauder Horsemen annihilating that unit of Outriders with grenade launchers. That's really too bad too, because they would have been excellent against the heavily armored and very slow infantry of Chaos, but it's just unfortunate positioning by the Red Celt there, and those Outriders have completely broken. Now, TundraFox, his forces are quite small, as you can see. He's brought a very small but very elite army. We've got some Chaos Warriors with great weapons here. We've got a unit of Forsaken here, one of the regiments of renown. We've got basically just 3 units of Chaos Warriors with great weapons. We've got Sigfeld the Magnificent, and we've got a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth and a unit of Dragon Ogre's Regiment of Renown. But this is very interesting because the Red Celt definitely has the advantage with his Hellstorm rocket battery, but he just can't really get any good hits in. You can see that this Alpine Ridge affords some pretty good protection for his infantry. And over here, as you can see, we've got the Chaos Warhounds that have just destroyed that Hellblaster volley gun. They are wavering. The Red Celt has quickly noticed this and has sent in his Empire Knights, which will easily be able to push away those Chaos Warhounds. However, he has more pressure from the Chaos Warhounds over here. I don't know if TundraFox will activate those immediately. He might wait to see if this unit does come back, but the Chaos Knights should be able to handle those War Dogs without much trouble. However, now he's got to deal with the Warhounds that have gotten in behind him. And look at that! My goodness! Looks like we had the Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows there with, I think that was a Pendulum spell, which destroyed those 2 units of handgunners. That's really unfortunate for the Red Celt. Balance of power is still very even, though. And now TundraFox has activated his warriors. However, they are going to get gunned down. These Chaos Warriors with great weapons are very, very slow. So he will definitely lose a few units as he gets towards the main line of the Empire. However, it looks like the Marauder Horsemen are chasing down the Empire Knights. Yes, this unit of Hellblaster Volley Gun did come back, but that's when he activates his other unit of Chaos Warhounds to make sure that it gets finished off. But that was an excellent pendulum by TundraFox there. And if I get any of the spells wrong, guys, I don't play Warhammer 2 that often, so feel free to correct me in the comments down below. I really don't mind. But look at this, we've got the Dragon Ogres over there catching these handgunners as the Red Celt tries to pull them back for later use. And at this point, the Swordsmen are going to have a huge... Oh, there we go. There's another one, and that was a perfect shot as well. TundraFox only fighting these 2 units with Prince Sigvald the Magnificent. That way, when he used that spell, he wouldn't have killed any of his own men because it was only the Lord there actually shattering 2 units of swordsmen. We've got the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth right behind Red Celt's lines, causing havoc. Over here as well, this poor unit of swordsmen just cannot stand against the Chaos Warriors with great weapons. And here too, we've even got those Forsaken that are running down his reserves. So such disaster for poor Red Celt on this battlefield. We do have the Empire Knights getting an awesome charge of retribution, though, on those Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Gotta love that charge from the Empire Knights. Very, very well done. It looks like he has broken off from chasing the Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes, which is a fantastic idea. The Marauder Horsemen are much faster than the Empire Knights, so it's going to be hard to catch them. And I think that's what TundraFox wants, is for the Empire Knights to kind of be distracted. You can see now he's actually sending in a single entity unit to just lock them in melee, where they should be going after units like these Chaos Warriors with great weapons. But the Red Celt's forces have just completely shattered from the battlefield. I don't even know, his general is over here, but I don't know if it's really doing too much at this point. Yeah, huge charge from those Marauder Horsemen, also starting to waver those swordsmen, and then just firing at them with their axes as they retreat. No respite for those swordsmen on the battlefield. And even there, his general trying to catch the Marauder Horsemen, but they're just too fast. Continually firing as they retreat, and good job on the Red Celt to disengage his general from that fight. It's just not worth it to chase them around. But there we go. Looks like we do have the army losses and another win for TundraFox. So as I said, guys, there's varying degrees of skill level in this tournament. TundraFox is a very good player, and the Red Celt hasn't played Warhammer 2 that much, so I really appreciate that he even considered joining this tournament for me. Just to fill in another slot. So I hope he did enjoy, and he did fight valiantly, but TundraFox has beaten him, and we'll be moving on to the second round. So thank you so much for watching, guys. 2 short battles, but the Warhammer 2 battles, they can be over in a blink of an eye. But until next time, I hope you have enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one.